Good morning and welcome to my live. I'm going to be talking about hairy faces today. As you can see, I have no makeup on. I've got absolutely nothing. Let's just share this video. And so I was talking to a client the other day and she was talking about her facial hair around this area and what to do during lockdown. And she was, busily trying to sort out her hair. And I said, look, just pluck the hairs, don't worry about it. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do now. I have got a big thick hair down here. Don't know if you can see it. Don't know if I can see it actually. I've closed my curtains because it's so bright outside, so I can't really see what's going on. So I've got my mirror here, my strong mirror. I'm going to pluck it out. Gone. So I give you permission to pluck your hairs out. This lockdown is going to go on for a little bit longer, and switch that off, and we need to be able to cope and look in the mirror and not be depressed. So you can pluck hairs from anywhere you like. I'm just going to get my mirror back again. You may have some hairs on your upper lip which you don't want, so just pluck them out. You can bleach them, you can wax. I'm going to buy some of the commercial wax strips, not commercial, the retail wax strips that already have wax on them, and I'm going to show you how to wax your upper lip. I don't have any at the moment because I don't really go shopping. I don't go anywhere, so I need to go and buy some and then I'll teach you. But eyebrows, just pluck your eyebrows out. That's easy, isn't it? That really is simple. I'm just going to pluck my eyebrows whilst I talk to you, but any hair here and here, just pluck it out. And one of the advantages of plucking is that you stimulate the hair growth and you get stronger hairs. Now you may think I'm completely mad for saying this, but if you have stronger hairs, then it's easier when we get to do electrolysis on them for the hairs to be destroyed, because the hair is thicker, the root is stronger, and we can put a really good current in there. We can get down next so that you've got your hair. This is your hair follicle, this is your hair growing out. We actually put a needle down there and we transmit the current, there we go, you can see you, with through the needle, through the metal, and we cauterize the root. Now if you've got a thicker hair, it's easier for us to see it, it's easier to get the needle down the hair follicle, and it just works better. The thicker, the darker, the stronger the hair, the better electrolysis works. So don't worry about plucking, that's all I want to say, just get on with it, because I think it's far more depressing to have hairs and feel like you can't do anything about it because you can't come to a salon to have your electrolysis or your IPL or your laser. So go ahead and pluck your hairs. You can shave them, you can cut them, but you will still feel them. And I know that if you're like me, I sort of go like this and I feel my hairs and I can feel, all sorts there, and I just feel unhappy. So cheer yourself up, pluck your hairs out, keep your eyebrows in shape. So when you pluck your eyebrows, you can see here, this is the shape. So I'm just taking everything below here. I'm going to actually open my curtain a bit because it's really, that's better. If you can pluck your eyebrows in daylight, or pluck any hairs on your face in daylight, do, because you will be able to see much better. Now I don't have huge amounts of hairs at the moment. You will notice in the winter when it's colder that your hairs don't grow so much. So that's one advantage of having a lockdown in the winter. We have to try and find some advantages somewhere, don't we? There are very few. So yeah, you will get less hairs when it's sort of colder, just because your circulation isn't rushing around so much, unless you're very young and you have fantastic fantastic circulation. Obviously that doesn't apply to me, but yeah, it does make a difference. So there we are, that's my eyebrows just about done. Sure, there's more hairs that I can't see because I'm not in front of the brightest light, but just keep them ticking over. Pluck the hairs on your chin and just make yourself feel presentable. And the other way to do it is just not to bother looking in a mirror. That's the other thing to do. I'm going to put some makeup on now. I'm putting my Jane Iredale tinted moisturiser. Yeah, don't bother looking in the mirror, and then you don't get to see what's actually going on. And I know that's very tempting, and that's fine. I think that's a good thing. Sometimes also looking in a magnifying mirror is really quite depressing because you get to see too much. So my other top tip is don't look in a magnifying mirror. Don't bother, or look in the mirror when you don't have good light, because then you'll always look good. So, you know, we're doing at the moment what we need to do in order to feel good. And I'm putting my Hydro Blur on now. I think I'm running out. Oh no, I'm not. I just squeezed it from the bottom, like toothpaste, isn't it? So do what you can to feel good, and try and avoid telling yourself off too much. And get the best skincare. I was listening to a really interesting YouTube video. I'm going to try and share this. I did try and share some things the other day, but my computer is really playing up. I'm going to get a new computer now because I've had enough. But basically, I was listening to a lady, a scientist, talking about a skincare line that's widely available. I'm not going to say the name. I'll just put a link and you can look at it if you want. And basically she was saying you get what you pay for. And that is what I would say to you. If you're buying a product that doesn't cost very much, there's a reason for it. And the reason is that it hasn't had, no, it's not, one of the things she said, which was really interesting, right, I've got my blusher here, was that products are packaged in a way, we're talking about skincare, makeup is a whole sort of different ball game. So skincare products are packaged in a way to maintain the ingredients. Now, if some products are active and some are not, so some skincare will have active ingredients that have a date on the box, and after that date they begin to break down. And lots of products don't have any dates, they don't have anything, and they don't break down. It's because they're not active, which means the product is fine, it's stable, it will last an awful long time as long as you don't do anything terrible to it. But other products are active. And if you have active products, your skin will look better when you use them. They will actively encourage your skin to produce more collagen, elastin. They will affect your cells, and so in order to do that they have to be packaged properly, because if they're not, hi there Jennifer, nice to see you, thanks for joining me. If they're not packaged properly, those active ingredients will last no time. So when you get a product and it's packaged in, like this one for example, this product has a pump, so as you pump up, the base of the container moves up. So there's never any air mixing with the product. There'll be a small amount because these things are not perfect. But if you have a normal product like this, for example, you just pump this out and it just has a tube going down to the bottom of the jar and it sucks the product out. So you're going to get a proportion of air. The more air you get in a product, the more likely it is not to last so long. But with a product like this, this one costs, it's Defence Cream Plus, I can't remember, vaguely £100. If it didn't have this packaging, it would be cheaper, but the product wouldn't last. So you get what you pay for, generally speaking. There are other products out there that the manufactured product, the way it's manufactured, like creme de la mer, I don't know if that's the right way to pronounce it. The way that product is manufactured, because it basically takes minerals from the sea, makes it very expensive. So there are reasons why products are very expensive, and sometimes it's just because they have a name. There may not be that much research that goes into them. But if you're buying a product that's probably not very well known, and I'm just going to put some eyeliner on here, and it's more of a medical grade product. You won't necessarily have heard of it. It won't be a high street brand. Then the research that's gone into it will be very exacting, and you will be getting a product that is stable. The mixture of the ingredients is right to produce the desired effect. So some products out there, their ingredients are not the best and they're not maintained in the best way. I hope that makes sense. It's like if you have milk, let's say milk, because that's got a date on it. And if you kept the milk in the fridge, it's going to last a long time. If you kept it sitting in your kitchen, it will last no time at all. If you kept it outside in the winter, it would last a long time. In the summer, it wouldn't. So heat affects your products as well. And ideally, you would keep all of your skincare products in the fridge. And I know that's not possible. I have a little tiny fridge in this room, and I have my skincare in there, and it's a specific skincare fridge because I use very active ingredients. This is very active. I also use this eye cream. These are all Environ sequence range, and this serum. And I know you can't see them properly, but if you want to have any more information, message me. They're all very active, so they need to be kept in a safe environment, which means keeping them cool, really. There we go. Just going to eyeline myself so that I look better. Oops, that went everywhere, didn't it? That was good. You can tell this is live, can't you? Actually, when you do tight lining, you should look away like that. And then hopefully you don't blink like I do. So I would say with your skincare, if you want results, invest. If you want skin like mine, my skin is really good. It hasn't always been good, but it is good now. And I don't have wrinkles up here because I have Botox, so I'm not going to pretend anything different. But the rest of my skin is good. And I am 55. I've worked hard in the past sort of 15 years or so to make my skin better. So it does work. It really does. I'm just going to get some mascara on now. I'm going on a trip out today. Very exciting. I have a shoulder injury that's causing my left thumb to lose sensation here. This actually feels really odd when I do that. So I'm going to see a physiotherapist today in Winchmore Hill, where I live, and quite excited. I know it sounds sad, but I'm excited to be going out and having some self-care and having somebody who can help me feel better. So I don't know if you know, physios and osteopaths are allowed to work. They are allowed to treat on medical grounds. And let's face it, most of us wouldn't go to a physio or an osteopath or a chiropractor out of choice. It's not something you really want, isn't it? When you're in pain, you just want to have your body working properly and you don't want it to be damaged anymore. Gosh, I'm managing to make a real mess of my mascara. It's going everywhere. So it's not a choice thing, is it? It's like going to the hospital. Nobody chooses to go to hospital. Nobody chooses to go to the doctor. Nobody in their right mind. Maybe at the moment we would, because we're all desperate for some attention. So, yeah, I've got a little trip out, so I thought I'd try and make myself look a little bit more respectable. So, going back to your hairy face, pluck away, don't worry about it. When the salons are open up again, we will sort you out. You don't need to worry. Don't feel bad. Just get on with it. I think my necklace is reflecting in my phone here. And products, you get what you pay for. Be careful, because there are fake products out there as well. So if you can go to somewhere reputable and buy your products, that's what I thoroughly recommend, and getting advice. And shop local, support your local beauty salons, because they are in dire straits. I can assure you, from my own personal experience, it's a mess, and financially we are all suffering, some more than others. Some people are lucky enough to have received a lot of money in grants, and then there are other businesses like my own who've received practically nothing so far, and it's nearly been a year. So just support local, that's all I'm saying. Have a lovely day. Thank you for joining me, and wish me luck at the physio and stroke osteopath. I'm quite excited. I'm going to walk there as well. Have a little chat on my phone. So thanks for joining me. See you soon. Bye.